What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here at the distance. I got a video for you guys. This one's going to be Jorge Arce versus Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. Prediction I made last night was Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. by unanimous decision. I was wrong again, showing my bad string of luck on predictions in the last month or so. But you can give me at least some credit for it because due to the fact that I was not confident behind that prediction. But I didn't necessarily score the fight because it was just, to me, I thought it was just a close fight that could have gone either way in a way. But also, something that should be shown is the volume punching, or the punching factor, or punching output of Jorge Arce. Jorge Arce had came forward the entire fight and just continued to punch, throw shots, land shots, and press the action, using intense pressure in this whole entire matchup. Something that I did say in this match, that the shot to look for is the left hook, and the commentator, it's funny because when the commentator's saying, "Oh, I thought it was going to be the right hand, it was the left hook," something to note is I was the one saying the left hook is the shot to look for Vazquez Jr. If you look at my prediction, I said the shot to look for is the left hook. He was able to land the left hook. He's able to land the left hook subtly. But along with the left hook, he wasn't following up that left hook with another shot. If he followed the left hook up with maybe a straight right or a left uppercut or a right uppercut, then it would have been a different story. Or followed the left hook up with maybe with a different shot. He would have. I think he would have done a little bit better in this matchup. He would have. I just think that he would have pretty much just set up another shot, or set up another better shot, because all he was landing was like counter left hooks. Wasn't landing too many combinations. He had a very authoritative jab, and the jab wasn't necessarily setting up anything. He could have set up maybe a point to where he had space, or set up a point to where he could set up another power shot, but he wasn't. Vazquez Jr. was not necessarily setting up anything. Something to notice in this matchup is Arce's attacks to the body. He had a continuous momentum going to the body in this matchup and coming forward. Something that you can just tell is that he was very relentless with his body attack, very relentless with pressure, and just very relentless with everything he brought in the matchup. He was just a relentless fighter. He wouldn't stop pressing, and it got to Vazquez Jr. in the later rounds. And it's something that Vazquez Jr. has not seen thus far in his career, is a fighter that came forward and just pressed the action the entire fight. So coming into that later round, I did have Arce winning. Though I didn't necessarily score the matchup like a judge would score a matchup, I just thought that Arce was doing enough to win the matchup. He was coming forward. He kept pushing him down. See, when you push a fighter down, it saps a lot of energy out of you, because you gotta get back up. You have to use the body. You gotta get back up, and getting back up from time to time just takes a lot of energy, especially in combat sports. So that was just a smart tactic to do, to continuously roughhouse him, continuously come forward, continuously do whatever he had to do to make Vazquez Jr. just become all of a sudden tired. And you could tell in the 10th, 11th round that he was tired. And do I agree with the stoppage? Yeah, I do agree with the stoppage. I agree with the stoppage because he was getting hit, and Arce was landing cleanly. And there was like a minute and a half to go in the matchup, so you might as well just stop the fight to not inflict further damage. And also, something to note is that not only do you not want to inflict further damage, but you want your fighter to live on to fight another day. And you want to take this matchup and say, okay, we can take this matchup and we can have improvements in later matchups, and we can do better maybe in a rematch in the future. So I'm glad to see Arce win the matchup. I was a little iffy about choosing Vazquez Jr., but also, I stand behind that prediction, but I wasn't too confident behind it. But Arce, like a lot of people had put on my page, they thought, and were messaging me, they were talking about Arce had this matchup, and he did. He had this matchup. He had his number the whole entire time, and he had it, fighting one-dimensionally, coming forward, throwing punches, and was able to counter him quite well. Just little subtle counters. So anyway, guys, that was Distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.